Hello, and thank you for joining this presentation on critical race theory. I will start by asking a few questions. Simple questions. First, do CRT scholars think that racism and white supremacy are wrong? Wait, I'm sorry. I can't hear you. You say I have no ears. Go ahead though. Anyway, answer the question. Yes, that's right. Do CRT scholars think that racists and white supremacists should stop being racist? Yes, they do. That's right. When those claims are made, CRT scholars are not merely stating their own subjective opinion, but they are making objective moral claims, appealing to universal norms of justice that are binding on all people. That is, no one should ever be racist or a white supremacist. That's true. Now, some CRT scholars, like Delgado, 1989, assert that, quote, social and moral realities are just as indeterminate and subject to interpretation as single objects or events, if not more. Ladson-Billings seems to agree with Delgado when she affirms critical race theorists argue that political and moral analysis is situational. Truth only exists for this person in this predicament at this time in history. For the critical race theorist, she says, social reality is constructed by the formulation and exchange of stories and individual situations. Interesting. These statements assume a social constructivist theory of knowledge and morality which lead to the morally relativistic conclusion that right and wrong are merely a matter of moral or cultural taste, and no one has any authority to force their views of right and wrong on another culture. William Tate from 2005 warns that CRT scholars need to avoid theoretical positions which entail moral relativism. Oh dear. Furthermore, there is a contradiction within some CRT scholars' beliefs that objective norms of justice, which suggest racists and white supremacists are wrong,
are correct.
And there are no objective norms of justice because these are perspectival and culturally situated. If there are not objective norms of justice, then CRT scholars can only say that their opinion is different than the white supremacists. Neither is better than the other. I would offer a meta-theory of critical realism as a way forward. Critical realism holds the following four beliefs. Number one, there is an ontological reality that exists independent of human constructs. Number two, conditions of a weak form of epistemic relativism keep us from knowing everything about this reality. However, we have a wide range of epistemological tools which can help us understand part of this reality. Number three, we can apply judgmental rationality, which means we can use evidence and reason to offer better or worse explanatory accounts of the phenomenon we observe. And number four, it posits a cautious ethical naturalism, which holds that just as facts about the natural world exist independently of human constructs, that is, the process of oxidation, there could also be facts about the ethical world which exist apart from human constructs, that is, justice. These facts of reality are discovered and not created. If CRT scholars reject social constructivist approaches, which lead to moral relativism as Tate suggests, and leverage a critical realist approach, they have a greater chance of developing objective moral theories of justice and can give accounts for the ways that white supremacy exists and operates within society that are not limited to their own beliefs or perspectives. Thank you for listening, and remember, chinheads rule and skinheads drool.